What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I am Jay I'm Jay. This Jay is Life Out Loud, a channel about nothing, but it's about something. So this is maybe a continuance of the last video I did. So anyway, yeah, I let that part-time job go. And man, honestly, it was past 90 days. I probably was at 100 and something days, maybe 120, something like that. And honestly, I wasn't able to do the chickens. My wife had to do everything for the chickens, cleaning up after them, gathering the eggs, processing the eggs, making sure that they have 2 5-gallon buckets out there, one's for water, one's for feed. She was making sure she refilled that, because I was leaving at 6 a.m., 6:20, 6:30, and I wouldn't get back home till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, something like that. And when I got home every day, I was drained. My daughter, my 7-year-old, would be asleep by the time I got in, and and the only thing that was keeping me pushing was that extra money that was coming in, trying to put money away, pay bills. But after leaving that job, y'all, when I tell y'all, I was so grateful for the time that I have free. And for a while, I was taking advantage of it, but I kind of slacked off, like we do. We get free time, or we get extra money. We do whatever. We start blowing it instead of doing what we had plans for. You'd be like, I'm going when it come in, when the Lord bless me with some overflow. So yeah, I've been stacking money slowly but surely. But bills gonna be bills. You make the bills, you gotta pay them. So I just been taking my time on that, trying to let the Ghana thing be what the Ghana thing is gonna be, regardless. It just take my time with it. Other than that, man, we dealing here in the States. For those that are still in the United States, the stuff we dealing with. Same racism, but now it's out in the open. P. Diddy locked up for 4 years. And I'm not celebrating that at all. Just what's going on. We got people in high positions treating it like it's their playground. A lot of cities, New York, Detroit, and I think somewhere Atlanta, somewhere else, all got new mayors now. They were just elected. The jobs are still the same. The rich keep getting richer, and the poor steady finding different ways to hold on, maintain, and keep it together, and at the same time trying to enjoy life. I used to hear the older people say, somebody say, "How you doing?" If I complain, it ain't gonna do no good. I said, if I complain, who gonna listen? But you just try to, what I'm saying, make the best out of it. But yeah, I did tell y'all that my coworker, he was giving me the gist on the second job that I was working. And he was just letting me know that he was like, man, it may be looking like they about to lose the contract out there. Like, man, all you have to do is leave me alone, let me do my job. But other than that, man, I just been, I don't know, life is gonna life, Things are gonna happen. I don't care what God you believe in. I guarantee they never no God ever told you that everything is gonna be shits and giggles or cookies and ice cream just because you believe. You'll go through trials and tribulations, and a lot of these things are for you to learn. Some of us may have to go past that same test over and over again. You know, it's like somebody that's studying for the bar, somebody that's studying for the GED test, somebody's taking a driver's test. You may just have to keep going until you get it. Sometimes we as humans can just be dense. How does that saying, sometimes you can't see the forest because of the trees, due to the trees or something like that? So we can do a lot of judging and talking about other people, what they should and should be doing, and this person doing that. And I find myself guilty of that. But also, we also have to sit back and look at ourselves and see what we going through, where we need to change, where we are being hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us doing the best we can. You know, I put a post up on Facebook, Jay's Garden Hub. That's my Facebook. I can't change, for some reason it won't let me change it. But Jay's Garden Hub. Go over there and follow me. But I put up, I'm doing the best I can. Even though in my mind I keep telling myself I can do better. I'm getting on my own nerves. And it's like you have these dreams, these things you want to do, these places you want to go, and dreams cost. They do. They just do. It's going to cost you something. It's going to cost you money. It's going to cost you time. And then I think, too, the older we get, we start thinking about our longevity. How long do we have left? You know, how do we want to spend the rest of our life? What is our purpose? I'm 50, and a lot of times I feel like, most of the time I feel like I don't know what my purpose is. You know, I do these videos, but I don't, you know. But I keep moving. I keep enjoying life. Keep reminding myself, and you have to remind yourself of what you have, that you are blessed with, to appreciate that and not harp so much every day on what you want that you don't have. You know, people, Granny used to say, God will give you what you need. No, God will give you what, God will give you what you need. Not always what you want, but he'll supply your every need. And that's another thing I was thinking about yesterday, is like, you know, when like a lot of times in families, friends, some of us don't have mothers, some of us don't have fathers, some of us don't have aunties. And I think it's a blessing, like I said, when, you know, God will provide, that a lot of times he'll put people in your lives that will replace those that you lost, or replace those that don't have the time or don't care to be around you or get to know you or whatever. Whether it's a dad, a mom, an auntie, grandmother, whatever. You know, my grandfather that I was close to was not my real grandfather. It's my grandmother's second husband. But that was my grandfather. My grandfather, we rarely spent, I may have went over there like twice. But the role model I had as a grandfather. He was, you know, strong man, worked at the plant, had multiple gardens that he worked in. And I think that's where I got my garden from, him and my grandmother. But I think a lot of us are doing the best we can. And sometimes we are so hard on ourselves, expecting so much more, not being able to get over past mistakes, financial, relationships, marriages, whatever it may be. Did we raise our children right? Shouldn't we should not made the decision of leaving that last job. Is the job that you in now where you should be? And the brain can go on and on. It's like a never-ending movie, and a lot of times you cannot shut it off. And it's not like you in depressed mode all the time. It's not like you sad all the time. But you go through the motions. You go through all of. Sorry about that, y'all. Might hit my alarm. My lunch is almost over with. You go through all the emotions. Then you come out your door, and you got different people pushing your buttons, and you trying to deal with society. You're trying to deal with doctors. You're trying to deal with traffic. You're trying to not let so much negativity in. Spending too much time on social media. You're taking in things that don't do you no justice or give you any gratification except for manipulating your time, where you end up being on social media for 3-4 hours straight. You look up, it's time to go to bed, and ain't shit you was supposed to be doing done. But yet we go on. No matter what leader of the country, what's going on, yet we go on. We still gotta live. We still gotta, pay the bills in one way or the other. So, life gon' life. Just don't give up, man. Just don't give up. Fight to your very last breath. Fight to it's time to leave here. And the one thing that you can say when it's time to leave here is that I gave it my best. I gave it all that I had. So, with that said, once again, I love y'all. I ain't even got to know y'all. I love you with the love of the Lord. And I pray that the rest of your day is blessed and the weekend to come up is blessed. Peace.